Unraveling the knot. Mastering the restrictions on reducing relative clauses. Hello, English learners. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into a slightly complex but very interesting topic: restrictions on reducing relative clauses. This might sound complicated, but don't worry. We'll break it down into manageable bits to help you grasp the concept. Let's jump right in. To understand the restrictions, first, we need to revisit what reduced relative clauses are. These are shortened versions of relative clauses that can make your sentences more concise. For instance, the relative clause in "the dog that is barking is mine" can be reduced to "the dog barking is mine." Now, let's understand the restrictions on reducing relative clauses. 1. Intransitive verbs. Reduced relative clauses often don't work with intransitive verbs. For example, you can't reduce "the girl who is at the park" to "the girl at the park." The reduction changes the meaning of the sentence. 2. Passive verbs. If the verb in the relative clause is in passive voice, we can't omit the relative pronoun and the verb to be. Example: the cake that was eaten by the kids cannot be reduced to "the cake eaten by the kids." 3. Referent ambiguity. If it's not clear what noun the relative clause is modifying, do not reduce it. For example, "the man who is wearing a hat looks suspicious" can't be reduced to "the man wearing a hat looks suspicious." The reduction could lead to confusion about who is wearing the hat. Remembering these restrictions can be a bit tricky. Here are some tips to make it easier. 1. Practice, practice, practice. The more you use reduced relative clauses, the more familiar you'll get with their restrictions. 2. Keep the verb in mind. If you're unsure about whether a clause can be reduced, look at the verb. If it's intransitive or passive, be cautious about reducing. 3. Ensure clarity. If there's any chance that reducing the clause could confuse the reader, it's best to keep the clause in its original form. There you have it, learners. We've demystified the restrictions on reducing relative clauses. It might seem a bit challenging at first, but with consistent practice and the right tips, you'll soon master this area of English grammar. We hope this video has been helpful, and we encourage you to practice what you've learned. Remember, fluency is a journey. Happy learning, and we'll see you in our next video.